Hey, everybody. I'm Dr. Seth, psychologist. What is emotional intimacy? All right. That's what we're going to talk about today for a few minutes. I know that a lot of times when people talk about intimacy or they hear that word, they automatically think about physical intimacy. They imagine physical gestures, maybe sexual activity, but it's usually physical. And yet, the truth is, there is a whole other realm of intimacy that matters in relationships, and that is emotional intimacy. One thing that I would mention is that I think if you ask couples that are long term couples, ask couples who have been together many, many years, as couples get older, I think a lot of times you'll find that people will say that the emotional intimacy that they have with their partner is just as important as the physical intimacy, if not more important. And you know what this makes me think about is people often saying, well, what should you do in terms of looking for a romantic partner? And I can say, as someone who often does interviews talking about relationships, the goal is to find somebody who is essentially your best friend that you also feel comfortable being physically close to as well. But at root, there's a friendship and an interest, okay? So I want to just talk briefly about emotional intimacy. Emotional intimacy is about knowing a person, really truly knowing a person, knowing their personality, understanding the kind of motivations that they have, understanding their feelings, being interested in the thoughts that they have, the beliefs they have, having respect for who this person is as a personality. Okay. Those are just some examples. Emotional intimacy is also about a deep curiosity, a wish to really know the essence of a person. In fact, you could even suggest to get to know the soul of that person, to want to know someone on a level where, two people who've been together many years and have a close relationship will often say they can complete each other's sentences. They have an understanding of what makes the other person tick, how they operate in the world, the things that they like, what they find joy in doing, where they get their sense of peace, what calms them. Also, some of the negative things, what tends to trigger their sadness, what types of things tend to trigger their anger. But here is at root what emotional intimacy is. It's wanting to know those things about another person, caring to know those things about another person, and being willing to invest to get to know those things, to ask questions so that you can understand who this person is. And emotional intimacy is also about, for you, for example, being willing and open for another person to know you in that way too. It is about a willingness to be open and vulnerable and to let someone see you for who you are, your true, genuine self. Okay? This is a kind of example overall of what emotional intimacy is. And it's deeper in some ways than any particular physical gesture. It's about knowing someone at their core. Okay. So the next time that you hear somebody say the word intimacy, you can actually ask them, well, hold on, which kind of intimacy are you talking about? Are you talking about physical intimacy, or are you talking about emotional intimacy? And one of the things that you can do is you can share, if you're interested, you can share in the comments section to this video. What are examples of emotional intimacy that you like someone to do with you? All right. All right. Hopefully, this has gotten you thinking. You may also check out so many of my other videos here on my channel, Dr. Seth, Psychologist, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day.